1923 is when it all began. Just as the males in this room do, prove ourselves so that we may be called man. How did he do this? He joined the Navy, boarded a cruiser, and left for Japan. Conceitedly, he asked for my grandmother's hand. The answer he got, Joe, sounds like a plan. He continued to honor his country as a priest would honor baptistry. I'm not saying it came mimby-pimby or giddily. In fact, I'm sure it came very roughly. But the important thing is he did it with audacity. He returned home ASAP. First thing on his list was to greet his wife, to-be. He married her soon after, promising to love her with no less than the highest degree. The thing was, their finances were wrenched. They were living practically in poverty. What would he do to support his family? In chronological order, he owned a deli, bar, and market. He ran the last one so well, I mistaked it for a gasket. By that I mean he let no money escape into the wastebasket. And I could see why. He had everything you would ever need. From once to order, to carrots, to chocolate. People made jokes that the only thing it needed was a straitjacket, because it was so crazy successful. The thing that I admire most is that after running his business and his family, he still made time for his wife. Skeptics say, how could he when he had such a busy life? I have two things to say to this. First, he cherished her more than a 10-year-old cherishes his pocket knife. Secondly, they had a family of 7 kids. Well, that's well above average. And with all these kids coming in, he never did strike. My mother once told me about a story when a man tried to abduct the children as they sat in the car. My grandpa came running with a broom from his bazaar. He ran out so fiercely, looks like he could have taken on Cote d'Ivoire. His adrenaline making him run as if he were a track star. He protected his family as the gas is in a bell jar. My grandpa is the most humble man, that's no exaggeration. The donations he made to his family and church made great alterations. He didn't even ask for admiration or compensation. All he asked was to thank God that he can make the contribution. People can believe that accusation. The one thing that I will keep with me forever is the name of my grandfather's bar, which was very clever. A grain of salt, and not the one that you take with your tequila shots. The one that will lighten you if you're a griever. It means not to take things so harshly, because not everything is deathly. If you do this, you'll be more emotionally healthy. This idea behind the name was for people to come in and die, to get realigned from their stressful jobs at the assembly line. You know, it was a bar, so obviously over a glass of wine. But beware where to draw the line, because in the morning you have to get back up, be successful, and support your family again with them dollar signs.